You're missing UK visa sponsorship jobs, and I'll tell you why. You're not fully prepared. So many people are waiting for the perfect opportunity. And when the opportunity comes, they cannot apply because they don't have the right documents. We've got to fix this today, okay? I had made this video here about international recruitment opportunity for care assistants and senior carers willing to move to the UK to work. And it was so sad to see so many prospective great candidates being held back because of certain requirements. All right. So that's the reason for this video today. And if you stay to the end, as bonus, I'll be sharing with you another international recruitment opportunity for care assistants willing to move to the UK so that you can start applying. But before you apply, we've got to get you ready, get you prepared, make sure you have the right documents. Most of these opportunities are going to be open for a while. I don't know how long, there's no timeline, but you can start preparing today. So stay to the end so that you don't miss out on anything. Hiya, my name is Evelyn, and today I'll be showing you why you're missing out on UK care jobs opportunities, must have requirements or documents that some people have been ignoring, and practical steps to get ready so that when that next opportunity comes, like the one I'll be sharing, you are ready to grab it. Okay? So stay with me. And if this is the type of content you love and more, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notification bell so that you don't miss out on any update from this channel. Today, I'll be focusing on mostly healthcare jobs, okay? And if you're already in the UK, some of the requirements I'll be mentioning are a bit relaxed and some don't even apply to you. But for overseas applicants, they are not assessed in the same way as you that are in the UK. And if you're a nurse, I have made a video on this channel. I'll link it up here for NHS Scotland's requirements for overseas nurses. So watch it and get prepared so that when that listing pops up, you're ready to apply, okay? So let's start right away. One mistake candidates make is applying without the right documents or verifiable documents. It takes a lot to sponsor an overseas candidate to come and work in the UK. So these care homes want to make sure that you've got the right documents and they've got the right person and the person has actually had that training. So they will verify your documents before you can even be considered. And I'll be sharing with you some of those key requirements for visa sponsorships. Okay, I'll jump on my screen now and list them for you. I don't have it on my head. Number one is a valid passport. International English language test. One of the key requirements for visa sponsorship is that you have to prove English language proficiency. Care training certificate for overseas candidates. Most of the care homes actually want you to have Red Cross nursing aid certificate, and there's police clearance certificate as well, and TB test. Make sure that you're doing it from a UK Home Office approved center. All right. And then driver's license. That is highly preferred. But I'll talk about it later on in the video because you're probably wondering, how can I get a UK's driver's license as an overseas candidate? I'll tell you, so stay with me, okay? With all these that I have mentioned, what I would advise you is, number one, book your IELTS test now. Now, even if the care home, I've not seen it yet. I've not seen a care home that has not asked this requirement yet. But even if the care home don't ask you to have IELTS, before you even apply for your visa, you will be required to upload proof of English language proficiency. Then get your TB test done. This can take a while, even police clearance certificate, depending on the country you're in. I don't know how long it takes. It's good to get some of these documents ready. Book them now while you wait for that listing instead of waiting for the listing to come and then you're now scouting for documents and at the end of the day, before you finish getting them, it is gone. Another thing I would advise you to do is get basic healthcare training. So I'm saying it based on the requirements I've mentioned. Okay. Get basic healthcare training. Either Red Cross nursing aid. I don't know if there is a country that do not offer Red Cross training. So do either of those courses or an equivalent course. This can set you apart. All right. Because some care homes will even ask that you have placements. Like how will I put it now? So after your training, they also want you to have maybe 3 months minimum placement to be able to demonstrate that training you've got. All right. So even if there is no placement, I would recommend that you do volunteering service. There are so many healthcare services around your area. Volunteer for a couple of months and make sure that it is a company that whoever is employing you can verify, can send them an email to verify that you actually had that training, not just your brother or your sister. Let it be a registered company. Another thing I've noticed is that so many people rely on job boards. By job boards, I'm referring to you're checking LinkedIn or you're checking Indeed or some of those popular ones that you know them. That is where you're checking for your visa sponsorship jobs. That's a mistake. Big one. Well, not totally a mistake because they've got some of these sponsorship jobs. So there are some care homes that before they even put this listing on Indeed and other job boards, it's already on their website. So if you know where to look, you get to apply first. And as a bonus tip, most overseas applications are very competitive, highly competitive. So if you're looking to have it on Indeed, by the time you see the job listing on Indeed, somebody else that have the website to the care home has already applied. And to be very honest with you, you don't expect the employers to go through thousands and thousands of applications that come in. Maybe they will have a threshold and say, for this job, we are going through the first 500 candidates. All right. So what will happen to you that applied from 600 and up? Go straight to the source while you also look at all those other job boards, total jobs, Indeed, and the rest. And I will be mentioning some places that you can look to get this information. If you go straight to the government website, that is gov.uk, you can see the list of licensed sponsors. From there, you just connect to the care home directly and you see if they are hiring or not. Or you can use specialized healthcare job sites for your search. Examples are, I'll mention them: Track Jobs, you see for NHS and most care jobs, and then carehome.co.uk and healthcarejobsuk.com. I had to write it down because it's too much information to carry in my head. Okay. I will try my best to link all of the websites I've mentioned in the description box, because the truth is some care homes don't even bother to put all these they are listing on Indeed. Most of the ones I've mentioned on this channel is not on Indeed. And even the one I'll be mentioning today, I've not seen it on Indeed or Total Jobs or all of those things. So be smart when you're looking. You see, like this care home that I'm going to put a screenshot here for you to see. They said they don't use third party. And if you go through any third party, your application won't even be considered. Okay. You see it for yourself, and I'll share it at the end of the video as well. I think I've mentioned 2 mistakes so far. Mistake number 3 would be waiting to get a job before applying for your driver's license. Nah, that's a big mistake. Get your driver's license ready before getting the job listing. Some license in some countries can last up to 5 years, some 3 years. So it's not like it's taking up so much space in your house. Learn how to drive. Care homes prefer licenses because most of them that recruit overseas applicants offer domiciliary services, meaning you have to go to clients' houses to take care of them. And you cannot rely on buses and public transport because there's a time frame for you to visit each of these clients. Now, there are countries that are eligible to exchange their license for a UK license when you get here. Check the government website, gov.uk, for the list of those eligible countries. And if your country is not on that list, still learn how to drive from your country. And after you get your license, see how you can get an international license. There is something called an international license. Get it. You are allowed to drive with that license for 12 months. But within that 12 months, you've got to have your UK license. All right. And in addition, I would advise you get an international driving permit. There are some care homes that would require you to have this permit in addition to your international license. But always check with the hiring company to see that they are satisfied with this, or just apply straight away and make sure you mention that you've got an international license and an international driving permit. If I were you, I will check with my country's transport agency to see if I can get this international driving permit in addition to my international license, so that it will set you apart from others that are just having international license. And if you don't want to drive at all, or you're too scared of being on the road, maybe you should consider some other roles that do not require you to have a driving license. But I must tell you that these roles are very, very competitive. And another mistake is applying blindly without networking. So some people just apply and wait for feedback. If they say no, you go and start again. If they say yes, you're happy. Well, if they say yes, obviously that's you. But to stand a chance, I would recommend that you network. Okay. Most hirings, not most, some companies, some people that are being hired were either hired through referrals or internal kind of situation, internal kind of arrangement. So connect with people on LinkedIn, or even people that are already working in care homes. So you can send a message like this. I would read it from my screen because I've written it down. You can send a message like, hello, whoever. Say the person is Evelyn. Hello, Evelyn. I see you work at so and so care home or NHS. I'm looking for visa sponsorship opportunities and I would love to learn more about your experience. Do you know if your employer is hiring? That is a sample message. Okay, just to send to people. Be respectful of people's spaces. Don't go spamming inboxes because Evelyn said so, right? Be respectful. Send this message to people you are sure that are working in care homes. And if these people respond in turn and tell you that you should pay them money for anything, please run. No, I did not tell you to do that one. Run. Just be careful with this one. But it is one of the ways that you can easily get jobs here. Life is about connecting with people. So connect with people and expand your horizon, expand your search, because it's not all jobs that Evelyn will see, and it's not all jobs that you will see, but there are some that people that are already in the company, they know that these people are hiring. So look for the right people to connect with, either on LinkedIn or privately if you know anybody that is working in care home in the UK. Another mistake is giving up too soon. Please don't. I know, as hard as it sounds, I am encouraging you not to give up too soon. Sometimes you apply to dozens of companies and you hear nothing back. Don't worry. Stay consistent and be prayerful. There is nothing God cannot do. Keep strategizing, keep improving your skills, apply to as many companies as you see listing in a day. If it's 10, apply all 10 in a day. If you don't hear back in a week, please reach out to the company and ask them, I applied to so and so. I've not heard back. I would appreciate some feedback. You know, something, coin it in your own way. English is hard. English is hard. So send them an email and get back. The truth is that visa sponsorship jobs are not going to wait for you to be ready. You have to do the work. You have to be ready for the job to come. You have to be ready with the documents to apply. So, as promised, this is the care home that is hiring. I'll put the link in the description box so that you go through it and see the requirements. It's basically almost the same requirements like I've mentioned here, and a little more. Those ones, I think you can sort them out easily. And I've made this video here as well about another care home that is hiring overseas candidates. Please go through it and see if you're eligible, and if you already have the documents, you start applying immediately. Before I forget, if the job requires you to have a CV, please use the UK template. Go on Google and search. You'll see so many templates to use so that it's easily understood. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.